Hermit crabs have made a living for themselves recycling. Hermit crab shells function in protection for their soft abdomen while still allowing them to remain mobile. Most hermit crabs choose gastropod shells to inhabit, but some species prefer coral, polychaete tubes, or pieces of wood or bamboo. A hermit crab is often not the only one inhabiting his shell. Many other animals, such as small worms and crabs, can share a hermit crab's home. Animals such as barnacles and slipper impets can attach to the surface of the shell, sometimes slowing the hermit crab down. Hermit crabs also have a symbiotic relationship with anemones, which can attach to their shells. The anemone gets a hard surface to attach to, and the hermit crab looks larger, which reduces predation. Shells can be a natural limiting factor within hermit crabs populations, which are called gills. Shells are often cycled through hermit crabs' gills for years.
Hermit crabs either have to acquire a shell shortly after a gastropod dies or take one from another crab. Hermit crabs are attracted to the smell of a recently preyed upon gastropod. When a hermit crab is investigating a potential shell, he grasps it and considers the weight, internal volume, and the size and shape of the shell opening. Hermit crabs often trade shells with each other mutually and sometimes through force. Without a shell, a hermit crab is vulnerable to predation and won't feed. Hermit crabs cannot grow properly unless they have a continuous supply of gastropod shells to choose from. Hermit crabs with shells that are too small are more likely to be preyed upon because they cannot retract far enough into the shell. Scientists that have studied hermit crab shell preference in the lab have examined hermit crabs in the field and found that many of them inhabit shells that are bigger or smaller than the preferred size.
Hermit crabs have also been seen on numerous occasions using pieces of beach debris as their shelter. Pollution and shell collecting by humans have been cited as causes of this housing shortage. Some may argue that there is no such thing as a shortage of shells within guilds of hermit crabs because their populations are naturally limited by shell availability. But as soon as a snail shell is picked up off the beach, we alter the cycle of their habitat use. Probably more detrimental to hermit crab population is the pet trade. Countless hermit crabs are harvested each year to be sold in pet stores and seaside shops. After harvest, they are kept by the hundreds in large bins. Then they are forced out of their own shell and into a painted shell depicting soccer balls or cartoon characters. The shells are hand-painted in mass quantities. This paint is toxic and will eventually chip off, which can be harmful to the hermit crab. When sports seasons come around, baseball caps and football helmets are glued onto their shells, hampering their mobility. Pet suppliers also sell hermit crab bling kits that come with googly eyes, pom-poms, and plastic gems to glue on your pet hermit crab's shell. The life cycle of a hermit crab depends on its shell. It is important that shells are left on beaches for hermit crabs to inhabit. It is also necessary that hermit crabs are left in their natural habitats and not forced into the pet trade into excessively decorated shells. If hermit crabs are left to their natural ways and their homes left on the beach with them, we can continue to admire this extraordinarily interesting creature.